Winter has arrived here in Northwest Montana, which means that ski season is right around the corner. If you're looking for some simple exercises that you can do at home with no equipment needed to get your body ready for ski season, you've come to the right place. I'm Dr. Tobisch with Whitefish Chiropractic, and in this video, we're going to look at 3 simple exercises that you can do at home to improve 3 key functions important to skiing. The first important function we're going to look at is core stability. If you're cruising down the mountain all day with your low back slouched and rounded, that's a great recipe for low back pain. So we need to get all these muscles that surround the spine and make up the core active and doing their job, which is stabilizing your spine. So to get these muscles engaged, we're gonna have you create a little bit of tension in your abdominal wall, like you're gonna get punched in the stomach, and then we're gonna have you create pressure underneath that. So if you had a loose fitting belt wrapped around your belly, when you create that pressure, the belt should become tight. So we're gonna have you work on getting that muscle activation and maintaining it throughout the process of these exercises. The next function we're gonna look at is hip strength and stability. Some of the most common injuries that we see with skiing are knee injuries. So to help prevent those knee injuries, we need to strengthen up the muscles in the hips to help keep the knees in a good position. And lastly, we're gonna look at balance. Pretty self-explanatory, but as you're carving down the mountain, we're spending a lot of time essentially on one foot. So if being on one foot feels foreign to you, or you don't have great balance when you're on one foot, you might spend a little bit more time falling down. Start working on these exercises, get your body ready for the season, and let us know what you think. All right guys, first exercise we're gonna look at is gonna be a side plank. So like I said initially, work on getting these muscles of the core active and engaged. So create a little bit of tension, then pressure underneath. Then work on maintaining that. So hold your pressure, but don't hold your breath. So to get into position, we'll have you go on your side, propped up on your forearm with your legs stacked at about a 45-degree angle. From here, get the core engaged, keep the back nice and straight. Then you're just gonna push your bottom knee into the ground or whatever you're on to bring your hips up. So push in, then hold this position for about 5 seconds. Come on back down. If you want a little added challenge, can come up, then raise this top leg, kind of like a dog peeing on a fire hydrant. Same thing here, hold that position for about 5 seconds. Whichever one you go with, do about 8 to 10. Like I said, hold each rep for 5 seconds. Next exercise we're gonna look at is gonna be a single leg RDL. And we're gonna get a bunch of birds with one stone on this one, because we're still gonna be working on keeping the core active and engaged throughout. This is gonna help us improve single leg balance, and you're also probably gonna start feeling a pretty nice burn in your glute. So I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see me a little bit better, but we'll have you just on one leg, then you're gonna keep the core nice and active, back stays straight, then you're gonna go down and back up. Down and back up. If that feels a little bit too challenging at first, you can do this exercise next to a wall, so you can use that for a little bit of extra support, but I'd shoot for a couple sets of 8 to 10 on each side with this one. Last exercise we're gonna look at is gonna be a multi-directional lunge with a slider. You don't need to go get a fancy slider, a piece of paper on the carpet will work just fine. So you're gonna be keeping about 90% of your weight on the stable, non-moving leg, and we really wanna avoid letting the knee track in. So keep the knee tracking above the toes, core stays stable, back stays straight as always, and we're gonna have you drop into a lunge out to the side, come back up, go back into kind of a deep regular lunge, back up, then the moving leg will circle behind into kind of a curtsy lunge and come back up. I'd shoot for about 5 in each direction and do a couple sets on each leg. All right guys, I hope the video was helpful. If you've got any aches and pains that you'd like to get taken care of before you start your winter sports season, or if you're interested in a care plan with home rehab exercises specifically tailored to your needs and your body, we'd love to help. So give us a call at 406-862-2121 or find us online at whitefishchiropracticcenter.com to schedule an appointment today.